Hi, guys. Welcome back to Jen's journey to emotional peace. Thank you all for joining me once again. Today's episode, I am going to put a little disclaimer out there. Today, I'm going to share with you my story of my second born child. And this story deals with pregnancy, loss of a baby, and moving on after losing a child. So I hope that will bring you some strength. Hope it will give you some encouragement if you are battling similar situations. I know for myself, hearing other people's stories and also too sharing my story now helps to bring me some peace and helps keep my baby's memory alive. So I hope you enjoy my story. I hope you do take something from it that brings you some strength. And here we go. So up until the last month of my pregnancy, everything seemed pretty normal. The baby was moving lots. I was still working. I was carrying on like everything was fine because as far as we were concerned, everything was fine. It was at one of my doctor's appointments at around 30 weeks that the doctor was a little bit concerned with the amount of weight I had been gaining. Did an ultrasound and it showed there was excessive amniotic fluid, and that was indicative of a potential problem with the pregnancy. From what I remember, this was a Thursday or a Friday when we received this news. The doctor explained that at first glimpse, he thought Claudia showed signs of dwarfism. He sent us home and was going to look for further tests next week that he could book us for to get some confirmation on what was going on. I remember going home and just feeling really overwhelmed. I went online and started looking up information on dwarfism. And really right away, I thought, you know what? This is okay. We're going to have a baby. I'm going to have a daughter. And we're going to raise her. Nothing else really matters. So it seemed like forever until we could get back to the doctor to have more follow-ups done. When we finally went in for more testing, we got some more results. I was devastated. The doctor told us that it wasn't just a case of dwarfism. Claudia had a rare form of dwarfism called thanatophoric dysplasia. I had no idea what that meant, but I knew, judging from the look on the doctor's face and the way he was talking, it was not good. The doctor explained it was a lethal type of dwarfism in which our baby's chest cavity was not large enough to allow her heart and her lungs to grow properly, and as such, she wouldn't be able to breathe. And if she was able to make it through the delivery, she would definitely die shortly thereafter. My world changed that day. I was about 30 weeks at this point. The doctor discussed several options of what we could do. Unfortunately, there was really no happy option. I don't recall the fine details of the options, but what I do recall is that in Manitoba, where we were at the time, if a baby was born under a certain age, they were automatically going to be hooked up to life support. On one hand, I thought this wasn't really a bad thing. Life support would give us some more time. We could do some more research and find something that would help keep her alive. However, after much more research and talking with many more doctors, it was clear that regardless of what we did, Claudia was not going to survive outside the womb. So in order to avoid her being hooked up on life support and us having to make another very, very difficult, almost impossible to imagine decision, being when would we turn off the life support, we decided that we would wait until she was at enough weeks that we wouldn't have to hook her up to life support. This decision meant that I would have to continue carrying the sweet baby bundle in my belly and feel her move and watch my belly grow more and more each and every day, knowing the inevitable truth that would come to be when she was delivered. She was going to die. At a time where most pregnant women are excited and looking forward to delivering, to having this bundle of joy out of their belly and in their arms, I was devastated. I was working part-time as a cashier at a grocery store. up until this point and was hoping to remain working for a couple more weeks just to help keep my mind occupied until such time as I could deliver. I remember looking down at my huge baby belly that really was massive and really seemed like I could easily be carrying triplets. I didn't know how I was going to go out in public every day and face people, knowing what I know, knowing that once this baby is outside of me, she is going to die. You can't expect the public to even begin to comprehend the complex emotions and other roller coaster ride of highs and lows as you feel this baby bundle inside of you. I decided to stop working after a few shifts as I could no longer keep a smile on my face. I could no longer answer everybody's questions about my massive baby belly. I hated going outside. I hated having to talk to people. I hated having to see other pregnant women and anticipate that they would have a happy baby. They were going to be holding their baby. They were going to take their baby home with them. I wasn't going to have any of that. I spent much of the remaining time of my pregnancy at home with my son, who was about 18 months at the time. The doctor set a date for me to be induced. That date was May 21st. All we could do was prepare ourselves for the unknown.